Disney's Lorcana is the newest TCG to hit the scene, or one of the newest TCGs to hit the scene. I'm playing a game with my good friend and games journalist Alice Clark, award-winning games journalist Alice Clark.
Howdy.
We are playing starter decks, we haven't built these decks. They're the starter decks from Into the Inklands and Ursula's Return, so a couple of the like 3 and 4, I think they're the set numbers. You're not trying to, you still can attack your opponent's characters, whatever the lore they have with this, but it is more about questing and getting to 20 rather than knocking your opponent off.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Moana down into the inkwell, and I'll tap and I'll put out Minnie Mouse, who's always classy. For you, is there a particular thing you look for? Because obviously Disney Lorcana, the big appeal for a lot of people is obviously Disney characters.
Yes. The thing I look for depends on, well, do you mean as a person enjoying a game or as a journalist looking to place a story with an outlet?
Both. Yeah.
Okay, so as a person, I'm looking for something that's fun. So I want to have a good time, and I'm going to send the Imperial Bow to the chipper.
Yep.
As long as, like, I will give extra points if it appeals to a fandom of mine. I have several Buffy the Vampire Slayer games. I have a very kind friend, Jam, who every birthday has given me long out of print Xena board games and card games, which is incredible. I have purchased many things over the years that have been terrible purely because they had an actor I enjoyed on them. But the most important thing is that it's fun. As far as placing a game with an outlet, depending on the outlet, it needs to have appeal to a broad audience. So, I don't know, a video game like Spider-Man will have a much easier sell into a mainstream newspaper than a more indie game like Pepper Grinder. Also very different games.
What you also see that in movies in general. They need to have that inbuilt audience if they're going to spend millions of dollars on them. So are you going to quest or with?
Oh yeah, sorry, I get so caught up in talking. That's the problem with this show. I lose. So I quest. Yeah.
So yeah, you're heading towards 20. The downside of questing is I could, if I wanted to, challenge with.
You sure could.
You probably found in some video games as well. I think there's sort of a fear that a lot of licensed games are just cash-ins.
Yeah.
A lot of them are actually pretty good because people know, like, beyond that initial purchase, if a game isn't good, beyond that sort of like day one, people are going to start seeing reviews and discussions about it. It actually needs to have a life outside that. So you see a lot of stuff now that has to be decent. So there's a bunch of licensed games I've got that I really enjoy. For me, Battlestar Galactica is probably one of my favourite board games, which is based on a licensed property. The game has to be good, even if it's a property I like.
Yeah.
But it might get my attention. I was interested to see what Disney was going to do with a trading card game.
I actually really enjoy Lorcana, not necessarily as a long-time Magic player. As a long-time Magic player, I think it's a bit too simple. But this is something that I'd play with a younger cousin, or somebody who's never played this kind of trading card game before, because it's much more gentle.
In saying that, I'm going to kill, this duck is going to kill that person. The first sets, and so this is 3 and 4, I think it is.
Yeah.
We're starting to see some, they've got items, they've got locations, they've got a few more things where some more stuff is being added to the game. And the same thing with, Star Wars Unlimited, the first set, you're like, oh, I see what this game is.
Yeah.
The second set, you're like, oh, I'm doing some more stuff. They have, it's not equal, but they have it.
There's a lot of potential here. I think at the moment it's relying a bit too heavily on, oh, I know that character from that thing, rather than this is a game with a lot of depth that can be enjoyed time and time again, and I will go play Friday Night Magic or Friday Night Lorcana and pay $40 a week forever. It doesn't yet have that kind of staying power, I don't think.
Yeah, well,
but Magic didn't have that kind of staying power at the beginning either.
I haven't played enough of the game to know, but I think when you get to 4 or 5 sets, the card pool is getting bigger. You got to be able to. I think there's 4 or 6 different sort of colors or sort of factions you can mix and match. So like the card pool is getting bigger, so that's going to give more deck building options.
When I think about what kind of Disney movies I'm going to show my daughter, I think Moana and Frozen are really up there because I enjoy the songs. I think Moana has a really nice story. Frozen has kind of a horrible story of like catfishing and parental betrayal. Probably not great to delve into that, but Moana, lovely story. What about you? What's your favorite?
Well, I mean, isn't that sort of a standard Disney fear of like the parents are going to die or there's going to be something?
Yeah, but in Frozen, they're like, oh, you're a bit different, so we're going to lock you in a bedroom for your entire life and isolate you from your sister and not explain to your sister why you can't play together anymore. But that's fine, children. Yay!
And then
let's just put you in the closet and then we'll die and you can just stay in the closet.
Well, I mean, that's also not that dissimilar from Rapunzel, isn't it? Where she gets put in a tower.
But isn't she put in the tower because she was cursed by someone or kidnapped or something? Like, I don't think it was her own mother who put her in the tower.
I honestly can't remember.
Disney parents, not great. Though.
Yeah. For me, my favourite Disney film is Cool Runnings.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, full points to that.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose favourite Disney film could be Serenity. My favourite Disney princess is Buffy. Because Disney owns everything now. Anyway, Maui's dead.
Okay, so you are smashing.
Yeah, I'm dealing 3 damage to the chosen character. Now I'm finally killing Maui to death.
You are, congratulations, you're a brand new parent.
Thank you.
Do you start, obviously it's you have a baby.
Yeah.
But
she still doesn't quite know she has hands yet.
yeah. So it's a bit too early for her to start sort of introducing her to some of your favourite things from your childhood. But is that something that you now are sort of looking forward to?
Oh, absolutely. Like, the first outfit we brought her home in from the hospital had like a singlet top that I had worn at her age that Mum had kept. And so that felt like a nice moment. Like, she wears a cardigan my mum knitted for me. One of the really exciting things about becoming a parent is getting to see how your child interacts with the things you've enjoyed and how they then transform them into different things or reject that and then introduce you to entirely new things. Like, she's probably going to hate all the movies I loved, and that's exciting because then she'll introduce me to brand new stuff.
So sort of trying to introduce and pass down things that you've really enjoyed. Hopefully they appreciate it.
She better love Buffy though, like I'm telling you. Like if she doesn't, she probably has a really good point because Xander's terrible, but she's still got her. Also, I'm really hoping she gets into Supergirl because that was terrible and I need somebody else to like commiserate about how bad it was. Legends of Tomorrow will be great.
Yeah, but I mean, how is it going to be in 15 years though?
Look, it's not going to age well, but that's fine. She's still going to watch Gilmore Girls with me. That hasn't aged well.
Now, I'm going to end by kamikazing this demigod bird into Mickey Mouse, the head icon of Disney.
Wow, poignant.
To end the segment, as we sort of explore Lorcana and talk about sort of fandom and media, and then also your child. That's definitely
She's going to come up a lot.
Yeah, that's definitely how I thought the segment was going to go.
Yeah, totally.
Alice, thank you for playing Lorcana with you.
Thank you so much for playing with me as well.